on your TV for a while, don't worry, it hasn't gone anywhere. In fact, it's the 10th anniversary of the Bitter Cold Showdown, and in that time, rollerblading has only gotten bigger and stronger and faster. My name is Arlo Eisenberg, and along with Matt Mickey, we're going to take you through this contest. Matt, I know there's a lot of great skaters here. Who are some of the top pros to watch out for?
First and foremost, I would say Montre Livingston, returning champ from last year. He won the Bitter Cold 2009, and he's back to take his top prize.
We have about 30 skaters here in our pro event, broken down into 5 heats. We're going to narrow it down to the top 10, and those 10 riders can come from any heat. So you don't necessarily have to win your heat. In fact, there's no guarantee that you'll even make it out of your heat.
Montre Livingston about to drop in for his introductory run. There is no way to mistake when those dreads go flying. Huge Misty flip right out of the gate. Probably about 12 or 14 feet up. He gets bucked off on the landing and comes up smiling. That's Montre. You got guys launching ramps across the course, spinning, landing, just as Alex Broskow displayed with a mute grab. Disaster, Truesman mistrial, combining a gap with a very technical street skating maneuver. Awesome.
You know, there's always this interesting dynamic in a jam session format where these skaters have to figure out how much they show in a preliminary round because they got to save something for the finals, but they can't save so much that they don't even advance.
There's Montre. Oh, and he lands it. Wow. What Montre just did was launch up, spin bio 540, rotate over his shoulder, almost inverted. Must have been 10, 12 feet out over the launch box there. Really got the crowd going. Oh, he landed it. Wow, local Detroit hero Brian Murphy. And the crowd goes wild for this homegrown veritable hero of the moment.
This event is also part of a series of events. The WRS has linked all of the top rollerblading events that go on all over the world. We already had Winter Clash, and there'll be others all across this country and other stops overseas. And each event is ranked based on the number of high quality participants that show up. This is the top level event, a 5-star event.
My name is Chris Haffey. I've been rollerblading for 14 years now, and I started out in Atlanta, Georgia. And my early experiences with competing were pretty funny. I'm a competitive person by nature, so anytime I start doing something, it's just like my natural drive to want to compete in it. So the first contest I skated were like 97 this. I had no business being on the course at all. The first competition I won was the Atlanta IMYTA. I remember the feeling that I got from that was like so insane that I just got addicted to it. It just drove me to want to compete harder, skate harder. One of the up-and-comers that I'm really impressed with every time I see him skate is John Bellino. I've had the opportunity to skate with him a handful of times, and every time it's always really fun, and he's always just pushing himself and in turn like getting everybody else at the session pumped to push themselves. He's definitely ripping, and he's going to be around quite a long time, so he's definitely one to keep your eye on. Well, there's a few major contests I haven't won, but one that would be really cool to win is the Bitter Cold Showdown. I haven't won that before, and it's like a really highly respected contest. It's a hard contest to win. It just means more because it takes so much more because so many people are throwing down so hard. I've come close a few times, so it's like just in my grasp or whatever, so it would be cool to catch one of those titles.
The table has been set for Haffey to finally pick up his Bitter Cold Showdown hammer. Let's see if he can do it.
Oh my God! Chris Haffey just won up his previous top hit with the 540 Disastrous Royale.
Matt, this is what it all comes down to. If there was any strategizing before, if there was any holding back, that's all out the window now. These guys are going balls out.
Speaking of not holding back, the crowd goes wild as Soshiro laces a Hurricane Disaster fish brand on the pyramid box. Right behind him, John Bellino drops in with the Fakie 540 Disaster Acid. They've elevated John Bellino in a crowd surfing homage to the last trick that he just laced. But let's not forget all the tricks that went down throughout the final. It may be too soon to judge or to crown him in a seemingly rash decision by the audience.
The crowd has taken over the street course, anxiously awaiting who will walk home with the cash prize purse and the coveted Bitter Cold Hammer Trophy. At this point, it's anybody's guess. Stay tuned for the official results here at Bitter Cold Showdown 10.
My name is Greg. I'm Kansas City bred. A little to the left, but I keep a level.